Before we move on to the budget and optimization part of the campaign creation process, it's important to go over the campaign structure and how AdEspresso will be formatting your campaigns. Now you'll notice that inside of the system, you do not actually create your ad sets one by one. AdEspresso will automatically create the ad sets for you based on what you've decided to split test here and what you've chosen as far as your creative elements. If we look over here on the right-hand side, we can see that the system does some math for us. For instance, once we left step 2, we ended up with 12 creatives or 12 ads. From here, we can choose to add in some split tests like our gender or even our location. And you'll see that AdEspresso will automatically create those variations for you. What we're doing here is taking your 12 creatives and we're creating 4 ad sets for you based on the 2 targeting options that you just selected, which is going to give us a grand total of 48. If we wanted to add an additional field here, such as our interest split tests, you'll then see that we're creating 8 ad sets for you instead. Now, if you choose not to run any split tests and you leave everything deselected, AdEspresso will automatically try to add each of your ads into their own unique ad set. So we see that we have 12 ads here, which would mean that AdEspresso would create 12 ad sets for you and place one of your ads inside of each of the 12 ad sets. Now that we've covered the structure of the campaign, we're ready to move on to the budget and optimization. On this next step here, we can start to add in our budget, and we do have both total or per day options, such as lifetime or daily in Facebook. Now for our budget, a really common mistake here is to severely under budget for your campaigns. Now we recommend a bare minimum of at least $2 per ad per day. In our campaign, we're going to be creating 12 ads, so we'd like to set this budget to at least $24 per day. Underneath that, you can also choose your start and end date. The next field that we have here is the optimization field, and you could proceed forward in one of 3 ways. The first step here, and the one that's automatically chosen for you, is the automatic optimization method. This uses our secret sauce of performance enhancing rules, which automatically move the budget around to the better performing ad sets in your campaign and gradually pause the ads that are not performing so well. You can also choose to use your own custom rules if you want something a bit more advanced than our automatic optimization. We'll be covering how to create your own custom rules further on in the tools section. The other choice here is just to select no optimization. If you'd rather go inside of your campaigns and make changes to your budget and polish your ads, you can choose no optimization here to take care of that process manually. Next, we can expand our first window, and we see some additional options here. The first option is budget distribution. In AdEspresso, you're setting the budget at a campaign level and will automatically sort the budgets to the different ad sets in your campaign, but you can choose how we do so from here. The first option that's selected and recommended is the proportionally based on ad sets audience size. This means that the ad sets with the larger audience size will get a higher portion of the budget. You can also choose to split this out evenly across all ad sets, meaning that each ad set will receive an equal amount of the budget. We could also choose to add a spend cap in the next field. If you're going to be creating any custom rules that increase your budget, make sure that you do add a spend cap here to ensure that your campaign never goes over the amount that you've set. For instance, in this campaign, we might have a hard budget of $150 that we do not want to go over. We could add $150 here as our spend cap to ensure that our campaign will never spend over that amount. Underneath that, we can also choose our optimization goal and our billing event. Now you can choose from offsite conversions, impressions, link clicks, reach, post or page engagement, or even social impressions. If you're using the offsite conversions option, you can also select from any of the pixel events that you chose on step 2 to choose which specific event you'll optimize for. You can also choose your bid method. You can use Facebook's automatic bid, any custom bid, or a suggested minimum, median, or maximum. Under advanced options, we also have the ability to custom name your ads and ad sets. Now, by default, your ads and ad sets will receive plain names, something like Ad 1, Ad 2, or Ad 3. But for those of you who are looking for a little bit more customization, this is where you'd be able to name your ads using our placeholders. Under Ad Set, you're going to find options related to your targeting. So if we're creating a split test on gender, or maybe we just want to see the gender, the interests, and any locations that we've chosen, feel free to select them from here. Same thing for your ad names. Here you'll find a couple of other fields, such as the headline that you used, or even the name of the image that you used inside of that ad. And the last feature on this page is the day parting feature. From here, we can choose to run our campaign during specific times of the day and days of the week. Now, let's say that we decided to run our campaign for an entire month, but we only want this campaign to run during Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesdays. What we can do here is just simply click and drag over our preferred time frame, and the campaign will only run during the selected days of the week and times of the day. Now, this is a great feature if you're using a local awareness campaign where you're trying to drive traffic to a specific location or have people call some specific location, but Facebook does a fairly good job at choosing the best times to deliver this naturally. So if you're not in a specific situation where the time is of super importance to your campaign, definitely better to leave the day parting off. After we've added any day parting selections, we've added in our budget and optimization, we can then proceed on to step 5, which is going to be the publish step. From here, we can choose to save our campaign as a draft if we're not quite ready to finish. We could publish to Facebook, or we can move through any of the previous steps to make changes.